Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Excel Freak. Today I'm going to be talking about two functions. One is a maths and trigonometry function and the other one is a compatibility function. The maths and trigonometry function that I'm going to be talking about is known as Randbetween, which is used to generate random numbers between a range that we specify. And we specify this range by giving in the top number and the bottom number of the range. Where do we use this kind of function? Wherever we need to generate some random numbers, wherein we need to use this Randbetween along with some text to generate a random address or random employee ID or a random student ID. Now let's look at it. How do we really go about it? So we select a range wherever we want to generate these random numbers, and I'm gonna type is equal to Randbetween. And it is asking me for the bottom number of the range and the top number of the range. Let's say I give in the bottom number to be 12 and the top number to be 98. I close my bracket. Now here I will be pressing my control and enter key because it's for a specified range that I want this. And I see in this range what I've got is unique values. However, these are all random values and no two values are same in nature. Now the important thing to notice over here is, now we've already got these numbers over here. If I again go back and select my formula and hit control and enter key, these values will change because these are right now not stored as values but are still stored as the function itself. So I'm again pressing control and enter, and you see the values have changed. So now how do I go about it? I just copy it, I right click and then press paste special as values. Now this is now stored as value. If I go here, I can see the number and not the formula that's coming through. Let's look at how am I going to be using it with concatenate function to be able to generate probably a student ID or address of some place. So I am again selecting a range and I'm saying is equal to concatenate. And let's say my student ID is going to start with ABC. So ABC is something I'm writing within quotes, comma, and my text 2 is going to be the number that is generated because of this Randbetween function. And let's say it's between 1 and 15, and I close my brackets and I hit control and enter again. Now what I've got here is a random list. The numbers are repeating because my range was large. However, the range that I had given here and within Randbetween was small. So that's why you can see I had this selection of 20 cells. So there are going to be certain numbers which will repeat. I can go back here and change this to 25. Control and enter. Now what we get to see is probably, more or less unique range. You will have certain elements which will be repeating itself, right? Let's look at how will we create address of some place, and I again gonna be using concatenate, and here I want to first start with my numbers. So let me say Randbetween, and I'm giving the number 200 and 800, and I'm saying my which state? Okay, let it be Princeton state. Okay. So I'll be able to generate random addresses, and I can just go ahead and press control and enter. Okay, let me expand. I had not given any space. So let me go back here, give in a space and a hyphen. Oh, this makes more sense now. Let me go ahead and paste this again as values. So I'm selecting my first cell with the help of control, shift and down arrow key. I have selected the entire range. Now I can do a control plus C to copy it, and then I do a paste special values. Now this is placed as a value within this range. This was about the Randbetween function. Now the next function that I want to talk to you about, which I mentioned was a compatibility function, is the rank. There are times when we are working as students or we are working probably as teachers. There are certain students who have been scored on certain subjects and marks they have scored, and you're required to rank them in a particular order. Now, I'm working in a company wherein I see a lot of data about different companies, their revenues, their financial figures, and maybe I am required to rank them in order of the market share or their revenues. Here, rand function plays a very important role, and it's a very easy function. First, let me do one thing. Let me say, okay, these are the marks scored by the students, and let me say student 1, student 2. Oh, I can do this with a formula also, right? But okay, this is a small list. I don't need to write a formula. 3. Let's use the Randbetween rather. It's gonna be very hectic otherwise. And I'm generating random student IDs, okay? So it's Randbetween, and before that I'll apply concatenate. I want the student to be written with a space, comma, and Randbetween I'll say 4 and let's say 20. Control and enter, and I copy this as is and I paste the values, right? Now I can just sort them in any order I want to, but I don't want that. I have to rank these students, so I'm going to be typing my rank function. I'll say is equal to rank, and I get these 3 options. The one that I am interested to use is rank.eq. Just for your information, guys, we have a normal rank function. This was working till the 2007. It still works. However, they have moved to a newer function which is called rank.eq. So it's better to use rank.eq. So I use this function. Now it's saying number. I need to pick up the number that I want to look at within a range and find, okay, what's its position within that range. So for that matter, I want to evaluate 73. So this student has scored 73 marks and I want to evaluate, okay, at which position or at which rank is this 73 gonna be falling. Now, what is my reference? Reference is the range where I need to evaluate this. So I select this entire range where marks are written. And what order do I want to rank it? Is it the ascending order or the descending order? So let's say we want to rank it in probably the descending order, because I am looking at, I'm looking at, who scored the maximum marks and who scored the lowest marks, and accordingly, right? So I do this. Now, right now, this is not the entire result. What I need to do is, I need to fix my range because I'll be copying the same formula down. So I fix it using the F4 key, or I put in a $sign before this. Once this is done, I can just drag my formula till here. And now you see this person who scored 98, which is student number 12, has got the ranking 1. And now it becomes very simple. I can just give it some headers, and I have student name and student marks, and then student name over here, and let's probably do, now this makes more sense. By the way, I'd forgotten to copy and paste it as a value, so these are changing, so let me just paste it as value. Now I have this, right, and let me just give it a border for ease of looking at this. And now I can just sort the data basis the ranking that I want. I go to my filter and sort, and I can go to custom sort, and I'm saying I want to sort which column. I want to sort basis the rank. These are values, and I want it smallest to largest. Obviously, the person who scored the maximum would have got rank 1. So I want smallest to maximum, and I get to see this. So 2 people actually have scored 98. That's why both of them have got ranking as 1. And the next person who would have got, less than 98 has got ranking of 3, because this is like the third individual in that range. So this is all, that I have for you guys today with regards to rank function and with regards to Randbetween function. Do give these try. These are quite interesting functions that you can use along with other functions to generate a lot of good stuff. You can use the comment box below to share your feedback, to share your opinions with me. Reach out to me at msexcel.freak@gmail.com, and also subscribe to our channel, guys. Please do so. Thank you so much and have a great evening.